Hi students, so we're going to talk about the library literacy tutorial that's going to be due at the end of week 5. I wanted to give you a heads up on it now and just quickly talk about that. So let me switch to Canvas. Okay, so if you look at the top of week 5, there's some information about the library literacy tutorial. This is a requirement for this class. It's worth 2% of your total grade, so you do need to complete it. It is also a transfer requirement for UCs and CSUs, so just make sure you do complete it. Um, so you can get started on it now if you want. It's due by the 16th, and I'm going to go through kind of where it is. So I know how you guys are used to me doing like overviews and the summaries in each kind of module section. This is going to look a little differently because it is run by the library. I have to just embed it. So start where it says welcome and go through this kind of information. It'll tell you all kinds of things about the library itself, the tutorial, how to ask questions if you have any, the process and why you do the tutorial to begin with. And then you just want to go section by section. So starting with section 1, and there's a little quiz at the end, section 2, quiz at the end, evaluating information. Again, this is all going to be really helpful when you're doing your final paper, which is a research paper on the topic of your choice. It can be anything, and more on that later. And there's a quiz, ethically using information, and the final assignment is an annotated bibliography. So this, you can basically target your library tutorial to be about the topic you want to choose. Now you can do something completely different, but if you want to, it's a good way to get a head start on all of the research you're going to need to do for the final paper in this class. As far as the annotated bibliography for your library tutorial, it is going to look a little different from the one you're going to do in my class, but it can be the exact same sources, the same exact information. Just think of it as like a precursor for the final paper. So everything you do in this tutorial is going to help you when it comes to the final paper itself. And then while you're ahead, we might want to look at the research paper and kind of what I'm asking for that. There's also going to be, at the end of week 5, if I go back up, you are going to have an outline that's going to be due that I will be giving you feedback on, and then an annotated bibliography that, again, you can use anything you use in the library tutorial for that. So just know that that's a possibility. Okay. And you really want to finish the library tutorial by 7/16. In fact, the date for turning in the annotated bibliography, which is 55 points and 2% of your total grade, is going to be due by 7/16 at midnight. So just keep that in mind. All right, you guys are doing a really good job so far. I'm really loving your SA2s. I'm getting through them. I'm going to get them back to you probably before Wednesday. And if you have any questions, let me know. And good job, and talk to you guys soon.